What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. KT here. Today, we're diving into one of the most hotly debated topics in all of comic book media, ranking every major Joker performance from absolutely terrible to absolutely legendary. And before you start typing in the comments, yes, I know everyone has their favorite Joker. That's what makes this character so fascinating. He's been reimagined more than any other comic book villain, and each actor brought something completely different to the role. We're covering 7 major performances today, from live-action films to animated series. I'm ranking them based on 3 key criteria: how well they captured the essence of the Joker, their cultural impact, and just pure entertainment value. So grab some popcorn, try not to get too triggered by my rankings, and let's dive in. But first, smash that like button if you're ready to see some controversial takes. Starting at number 7, and I can already hear the keyboards clicking, Jared Leto's Joker from 2016's Suicide Squad. Now look, I'm not here to pile on Leto because honestly, this wasn't entirely his fault. And honestly, I am a huge Jared Leto fan, both as an actor and musician. 30 Seconds to Mars, Kings and Queens might be my favorite song of all time. Yet the biggest problem with Leto's Joker is that he feels like someone doing a bad impression of other Jokers rather than creating his own version. The damaged tattoo on his forehead became an instant meme for all the wrong reasons. It's like the costume department thought, how do we make sure everyone knows this guy is really crazy? Honestly, Leto is genuinely an incredible actor, but this Joker feels more like a method acting experiment gone wrong than an actual character. The stories about his on-set behavior, sending used condoms to cast members, felt more like publicity stunts than genuine character work. The gangster aesthetic could have worked. We've seen crime boss versions of Joker in the comics, but this felt more like a rejected design from a Saints Row video game. And let's be honest, when your Joker gets upstaged by Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn in his own scenes, something's not working. That said, I'll give credit where it's due. Leto committed fully to his vision. It just wasn't a vision that worked for most people. Sometimes taking big swings means big misses, and that's what happened here. Number 6 is Barry Keoghan from The Batman. Now, I'm ranking this low not because it's bad, but because we barely saw any of it. Most of his performance was in a deleted scene that got released online later. What we did see was intriguing, though. Keoghan's Joker has this unsettling, almost childlike quality that's genuinely creepy. The makeup design makes him look more like a real person with a severe medical condition rather than a comic book character, which fits perfectly with Matt Reeves' grounded take on Batman. The voice work is solid. He's got that sing-song quality that makes the Joker feel unpredictable. But until we see him in a full performance in the sequel, I can't rank him higher. What's here is promising, but it's just a tease. I'm genuinely excited to see what Keoghan does with a full movie's worth of material. This could easily jump way up the list in a few years. Number 5 is Cameron Monaghan from the TV series Gotham. Now, technically, Monaghan played multiple characters, Jerome and Jeremiah Valeska, who were Joker in all but name due to rights issues. What makes Monaghan's performance so impressive is how he managed to capture different aspects of the Joker across these twin characters. Jerome was the chaotic, anarchistic side, all manic laughter and unpredictable violence. Jeremiah was the calculated mastermind, the genius-level intellect who plans elaborate schemes. Monaghan brought incredible energy to both roles. His laugh is genuinely unnerving, and he has this way of switching from charming to terrifying in a split second that really captures the Joker's core appeal. The fact that he was doing this on network television, with all the content restrictions that implies, makes it even more impressive. The Gotham series got weird, like really weird, but Monaghan's Joker performances were consistently one of the highlights. He proved that you don't need the name or the exact costume to capture what makes the Joker work as a character. If you haven't watched Gotham, it's worth checking out just for Monaghan's work alone. At number 4, and this is where I'm going to lose some of you, Mark Hamill's voice acting work as the Joker. Starting with Batman the Animated Series and continuing through multiple animated shows, movies, and the Arkham video game series. Now, many of you probably think this should be number 1, and I completely understand why. Hamill's Joker is the definitive version for an entire generation of fans. His laugh alone is iconic. It's been parodied, imitated, and referenced countless times. What makes Hamill's performance so special is his range. He can go from goofy and playful to absolutely terrifying within the same sentence. Listen to his work in the Killing Joke animated movie or his performance in the Arkham games. The man has incredible range. Hamill also understands the core of what makes the Joker work. He's genuinely funny. A lot of live-action interpretations focus so much on making the Joker scary that they forget he's supposed to be a comedian. Hamill never forgets that. Even his most menacing moments have this twisted sense of humor. The longevity of his performance is remarkable too. He's been playing this character for over 30 years, and he's never phoned it in. Every new appearance brings something fresh while staying true to the character. So why isn't he number one? Well, it comes down to the medium. Voice acting, no matter how brilliant, doesn't have the same visceral impact as a great live-action performance. Hamill created the template that everyone else follows, but... At number 3, the Joker I grew up on, Jack Nicholson from Tim Burton's 1989 Batman. This one could honestly have gone number 1 as Nicholson's Joker is just plain iconic. "Wait till they get a load of me" is an all-time great line. His performance has this theatrical, over-the-top energy that perfectly matched Burton's gothic vision of Gotham. The Prince soundtrack integration was weird, but somehow worked. Nicholson deserves credit for proving that comic book movies could be taken seriously. His performance paved the way for everything that came after. The cultural impact alone earns him respect, even if I think other actors did more interesting things with the role. Plus, that museum scene where he destroys priceless art while dancing to Prince, pure cinema gold. At number 2, we have Cesar Romero from the 1960s Batman TV series. Now, I know some of you are thinking this is way too high, but hear me out. No, it's not as character-rich as, say, Joaquin Phoenix or Cameron Monaghan, but Romero's Joker is pure, distilled fun. Yes, it's campy, yes, it's silly, but it's also the best Silver Age comics accurate Joker we've ever gotten in live action. This is the Joker who commits elaborate pranks, who has themed death traps, who genuinely seems to enjoy the game he's playing with Batman more than actually winning. What's amazing about Romero's performance is his commitment to the bit. The man refused to shave his mustache, so they just put makeup over it, and somehow that makes it even better. It's this perfect encapsulation of the show's attitude. We're not taking this too seriously, we're just here to have fun. Romero brought this infectious energy to every scene. His laugh is iconic, his costume is perfect, and he understood that the Joker should be entertaining above all else. Too many modern interpretations forget that the Joker is supposed to be fun to watch, even when he's being evil. Plus, this version had staying power. When most people think of the Joker, they still think of that purple suit and green hair combination that Romero perfected. That's cultural impact you can't ignore. Number 1 is, of course, Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight. And look, I know this might seem like a predictable choice, but there's a reason this performance is so universally acclaimed. Ledger didn't just play the Joker, he disappeared into the role completely. Everything from his voice, which he developed by studying ventriloquists and hyenas, to his physicality, the way he holds himself, moves, even licks his lips. It all feels like a real person who just happens to be completely insane. And some even connect his focus and embodiment of this role as a direct correlation to his health issues leading to his death. What sets Ledger's Joker apart is that he's not trying to be funny. He's not performing for an audience like some other versions. He's a force of chaos who finds genuine humor in destruction and suffering. That's way scarier than any laugh or silly scheme. The "Why So Serious" scene is a masterclass in building tension. Ledger manages to be conversational and terrifying at the same time. And the hospital scene, where he's genuinely confused when the detonator doesn't work immediately, that little moment of vulnerability makes him feel human, which somehow makes him even more frightening. But what really puts Ledger at the top is how his Joker serves the themes of The Dark Knight. He's not just a villain Batman has to punch, he's a philosophical challenge to everything Batman represents. The ferry scene, the interrogation room, the final confrontation, Ledger makes you believe that this character could actually break Batman psychologically. The cultural impact speaks for itself. This performance changed how people view comic book movies. It proved that these characters could be vehicles for serious adult storytelling. Ledger posthumously won an Oscar for this role, the first time a comic book movie performance received that level of recognition. Every Joker since has been compared to Ledger's version, and that's not fair to those other actors, but it shows just how definitive this performance was. The tragedy, of course, is that we lost Heath Ledger so young, and we'll never see what else he could have brought to this role or any others. But what he gave us in The Dark Knight is truly legendary. Quick shout out to some honorable mentions. John DiMaggio's Joker from Batman, The Brave and the Bold, brought great energy to a lighter version. Zach Galifianakis in the Lego Batman movie was surprisingly perfect for that film's tone. And Troy Baker's video game work, especially in the Telltale Batman series, deserves recognition. So there you have it, every major Joker performance ranked from worst to legendary. Now I want to hear from you. What's your ranking? I know I'm going to get some heat no matter what taking on sacred character rankings like this one. Did I put your favorite too low? Are there any performances I missed? The beautiful thing about the Joker as a character is that there's room for all these different interpretations. Whether you prefer the campy fun of Cesar Romero, the voice work of Mark Hamill, or the intensity of Heath Ledger, they are all valid ways to approach this iconic character. That's what makes ranking them so difficult and so much fun. Each actor brought something unique to the role, and each version works for different reasons. If you enjoyed this ranking, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell. Let me know in the comments what other comic book character performances you'd like to see ranked. And hey, if you disagree with my rankings, and I know many of you will, that just means we need more Joker performances to argue about. Here's hoping Barry Keoghan gets his chance to climb this list in the Batman sequel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.